Greetings and happy Saturday. This is take two. Again, happy Saturday. Perhaps it is Sunday, depending upon where you are on the globe. Trusting everyone is enjoying their weekend. And if you have to work or doing other things, try to find some joy in that. Now, this is the week in review, and we've had some interesting things to happen. First, we'll look at Fani, Willis. So again, thank you for those that joined on the quick pop-up. I think I hit the wrong button. I'm doing too much. Basically, I'm doing too much. We're trying to, but I don't really get a lot of time. So when I do, I'm trying to rush. So again, thank you to those that came by before, and quickly, there we go. I'm back. So if you want to come back, you can. Not see you on the replay. Let's get it. All right. Fani Willis. And before I go any further, let me go ahead and put this up here. To be proper, this is the Fair Use Act disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. You all can read that at your leisure, but by now, most of us, I believe, understand that disclaimer. And in the news, Fani Willis has suffered quite a few losses in these last months, the latest with the Georgia Appeals Court, who upheld the dismissal of 6 counts as Trump seeks to keep Willis off of this case. Now, his attorney has filed a scathing, if you will, response as to why he believes she should remain off of the case. And if StreamYard is good to me, we'll look at a few of those. Again, this is fair use, and it's public. And if you hear a lot of sirens in the back and some noise that sounds like things flying in the air, that's exactly what you hear, because the President-elect Trump is on his way here to D.C. So this is a 34-page response. Hopefully everyone can see this. And Donald Trump is the appellant. You can see this was filed 17th. Today is the 18th. And I'm just going to go all the way down to the bottom. For the foregoing reasons, President Donald J. Trump respectfully requests this court deny the state of Georgia's petition, the writ, and thereby affirm the Court of Appeals opinion in A24A1599 as the law of this case. And it was submitted on the 17th by the pit bull, as they call him, Stephen Sadow, and others. And I'd proudly like to say that, and I'm not going to say who, I actually had the opportunity to speak to one of them, as I mentioned earlier, and I'm trying to get, after the inauguration, one of those individuals and another individual together, and that will be explosive. Can't promise you anything, but I've had some luck over the years. I'll just put it that way. So a portion of this says, for at least the last 43 years, our appellate courts have held that the appearance of impropriety, and that's the issue right here. And again, this is filed, go to the tippy top, in the Supreme Court of Georgia. This has been the issue all along, the notice or the appearance of impropriety. And basically, there are several things that Madam Fani Willis has done, but the main thing was her improper relationship, if you will, with Nathan Wade. And you can see in the very introduction, I'll go ahead and let you all take a moment to read over that if you're interested in it. Again, this is 34 pages. A lot of it is case law and references, which I am not going over. Only the real meat and potatoes of this. And it's really been her actions, what she's said, what she's done, what she's refused to do. Hi there. How are you? Welcome. Good to see you, HLJ Deep. And it says, D.A. Willis disqualifies her hand-picked former lover, romantic partner, Special Assistant District Attorney Wade, or herself, was an inadequate legal remedy under the circumstances of this rare, and that's in quote, case. So basically, everything stems as a result of that relationship. And again, welcome and thank you, HLJ Deep Hybrid Vlog. Good to see you, and hopefully you'll come back. So I'm going to show a little clip again, if StreamYard is being good. Again, this is fair use. And what's ironic is Fani Willis goes on a tirade over the conditions of a county jail. Excuse me. But you've been doing everything else but paying attention to what's been really going on. So again, I just find it ironic. Hopefully this little clip will come up really quickly. And we'll go on to the next story. And a couple of these, as I said, they've been doozies. So this is Fani Willis blasting the commission over the state of a county jail. Yet you've had money, allegedly, and by your own admission, it's laying around. And that is where a lot of the issues will also come. And this is courtesy of 11 Alive. Again, I have absolutely no, and I've made it clear, respect for this woman whatsoever. Hey there, Fani. Good to see you again. Sorry about earlier.
Fulton County leadership, we need the Fulton County Commission to do their job. The reality is the sheriff cannot do his job.
Ma'am, you need to do your job. You've seen what jobs you've been doing. Mm-hmm.
Nor the district attorney hers if it is not financed properly. We have known for years, and the sheriff has been begging for years. The jail is falling apart.
Okay, and while the jail was falling apart, what were you doing? I can recall a video a few months ago where your daughter was arrested. And who was by your side then? Nathan Wade. Now, I forgot what jail she was booked in, but were any other jails on your mind at the time? Or has your sole intention all along been to bring down Trump?
The prisoners are using pieces of the jail to make shanks to hurt other prisoners. We know that. Atlanta
Okay, you've known that, but what have you done?
has done their part. They gave us a facility. They've helped us in the way that they can. This is not on the mayor's shoulders. It's not on Atlanta Police Department shoulders. It sits on Commissioner Rob Pitt's shoulders.
Excuse me. Now, it appears that you're pointing fingers.
And we ought to demand that they have humane conditions. We ought to demand that the DA's office is financed in a way where we can properly prosecute crimes. And citizens.
Well, you didn't have a problem of financing Nathan Wade.
Citizens ought to call and say, we don't want people to live.
Hey there, Fani. So, you could hear the, well, the narrative, the outrage over the state of the county jail. But there was another case where several employees of Fulton County Jail had themselves in trouble. I don't recall you coming out with so much fervor in your voice then. Fani, I'm not really sure who you're trying to fool, but you have backed yourself in a corner. And even though the rest of that RICO remains intact for now, that doesn't absolve you from what you've been doing. And you very well may be subpoenaed to testify, so don't get too comfortable. Next. Again, this is fair use. Does anyone know Senator Colton Moore? Well, let's take a look. Fair use. Only in Georgia. It's unbelievable. Now, for some context, he was allegedly banned for some off-color remarks about a former representative. Again, they was supposedly banned, but look what happens. And this is courtesy of Fox 5 Atlanta.
I have a constitutional obligation to be in this room.
Tense moments inside the state capitol this morning. Georgia state troopers arrested that state senator. Fox 5.
Now, when you all get to the part of the video of the state troopers, tell me one of those troopers does not look like Raj from what's happening.
I've obtained the mugshot of Republican Senator Colton Moore. Moore's been banned from
Hey there, Lucy Warrensworld. How are you?
entering the House chamber, and he was led away in handcuffs after he tried to force his way in.
Please remember to hit the thumbs up, please. And thank you.
For the governor's State of the State address. Fox 5 Deidre Dukes is live at the state capitol with more on the political drama, Deidre.
Yeah, drama indeed, Christine. Now, Senator Moore tried to pass through these doors along with his Senate colleagues, but things quickly grew heated when he was denied entry. High drama at the state capitol.
Okay, this is, I'm sorry, but this is Senator Colton Moore. And quite honestly, I would not be surprised if charges aren't forthcoming. But take a look at this.
Capitol Thursday.
Now this one right here, this trooper right here, does he not remind you of Raj from what's happening? I mean, he has his little trooper hat cocked and ready to go. Let's look at this mess. Georgia, I tell you, Georgia, you all have some problems.
I have an obligation to be in that room.
Republican Senator Colton Moore led away in handcuffs after tussling with Georgia state troopers.
Complete violation of the Georgia Constitution. I have an
And he was absolutely right. He did have an obligation. But as I said, the issue was the fact that He was banned.
Obligation to represent the people of Northwest Georgia.
Moore detained following a heated exchange with a Capitol staffer who barred him.
Again, look at this guy right here, the trooper right here, who clearly does not have the same height, but he was ready. He was ready for action. Looking like Raj.
From entering the House chamber for Governor Kemp's State of the State address.
And as a side note, he ended up in the hospital for some injuries as a part of that squabble that they had.
Moore was banned from the chamber by House leaders last year after he made disparaging remarks about late House Speaker David Ralston. The senator was escorted to a waiting patrol car and transported to the Fulton County Jail.
But Georgia's economic success.
As the governor delivered his 7th State of the State address, laying out his legislative priorities for this session, GOP Party Chairman Josh McCoon criticized lawmakers in a written statement saying, "No duly elected member of the..."
Hey there, sorry. How are you? Good to see you. Happy Saturday. Happy weekend.
State House or State Senate, regardless of party or position on an issue of the day, should be denied the opportunity to represent the people who elected them at any such joint session.
Well, the Speaker of the House has the
So you can hear that despite the comments, Moore did have an obligation to be there. So let's try to run this back just a little bit. If it allows me to. If not, that's the gist of what happened to Senator Colton Moore. And after his arrest,
should be denied the opportunity to
this is how funny politics is. Okay, so slow it down just a little bit. And that's why.
High drama at the state capitol Thursday.
It has gone too far. I have an obligation to be in that room.
Republican Senator Colton Moore led away in handcuffs after tussling with Georgia State Trooper.
So there was a tussle. He ended up on the floor. And as I said, was in the hospital for a little bit from a few injuries. I'm going to assume some scrapes. But as I said, and he could quite possibly file charges of his own if he decides to do so. Hi there, everyone. So I'm serious, though. That guy looked like Raj. All right. Let's look what happens next. Do you think he returned to the Capitol after being arrested? Right, sorry. Fair use. Fair use. Thank you for those that have come in. Please make sure you hit the thumbs up. The answer is yes, but I just want you to see it for yourself. You did all of that tussling and wrestling, affected an arrest, just for him to return to the Capitol. Like I said, Georgia is right now, they have some problems, but all states do. But to me, that is something that should not have happened. Or it could have gone a different way, because that was very dangerous. Something really, really could have gone left. So hopefully this next video will pop up. I keep saying page unresponsive. I don't think I have too many tabs open, but maybe I do. But he did return actually 24 hours later to the state capitol, and he spoke on that. And to add insult to injury, he actually blames DA Fani Willis for his being arrested. Now that was amazing to me. This is courtesy of Local 3 News. And as you can see, Northwest Georgia Senator Colton Moore back at state capitol after the arrest.
At the state capitol after he was denied entry to the House chamber and arrested yesterday.
He was banned from the Senate chamber by fellow Republicans last March after they say he used vile language when talking about the late House Speaker David Ralston. Dallas Payton is here with today's developments. Dallas.
David, Cindy, Senator Moore made a brief comment about the arrest, thanking the senators who checked on him and went to the hospital to see him. In his comments, he did not say why.
Who's that Barry White sounding man? All right.
He had to go to the hospital. He talked about the importance of the Constitution and concluded his speech. In March of 2024, Senator Colton Moore was banned from the chambers after making disparaging comments about late House Speaker David Ralston. While the Georgia Senate considered a resolution to name a building at the University of North Georgia in Ralston memory, Moore urged senators not to approve the name change and blasted Ralston's work as a lawyer and politician. Moore attempted to make his way back into the chambers yesterday, but was denied entry and arrested. On Friday, Moore made a brief statement.
On Monday, we all raised our hand and we swore an oath to the Constitution. But that Constitution is only worth the power that we give it. And if we ignore it and what it says, then it's worthless.
In support of Moore, Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones spoke with Speaker Burns today about what took place.
He and I have always had a very open conversation about all issues. And I told him that what happened yesterday was an embarrassment for the General Assembly as a whole.
Absolutely. So, you know how I like to look at the comments. That's what we're going to do now. Okay. I'm just waiting for the comments to pop up. But thank you to those that have come in. And you can see Ray Lear says some backpedaling going on here because America saw, and this just clipped back out again. But basically that comment said America saw what was done to Senator Moore. And you absolutely did. There is no denying. And as I said, I would not be surprised if charges were not filed against those who put hands on him. Again, that's just my opinion. The person who threw him to the ground, I hear, is not law enforcement. That was an assault. If that is true, that is an accurate statement. Those troopers are a disgrace too. Senator Colton Moore had every right to speak the truth. We need Governor Kemp to speak up and acknowledge the wrong that has been done to Senator Moore. I hope Moore sues the speaker. So you see there is of support there for Senator Colton Moore. And unfortunately, that really, truly was an unfortunate, embarrassing, and ugly situation. So the next quick video is none other than again, thank you for those that came in and those who may catch the replay. And this is Wendy Williams. Now, in my opinion, she sounds amazing for all that she's been through. Is it possible that she just needed a break? Is she being mistreated? Let's take a listen. And this is courtesy of News Nation.
He was recently named a Stockton, California City Council member. So he's like a public servant now. We're going to play you some of his conversation in a moment, but I want to get his perspective to begin with. Jason joins us now. Jason Lee, congratulations.
So advance it to the conversation so you can hear her.
I've had this guardian situation, this guardianship person for 3 years.
You sound better than ever right
You know what?
She absolutely does. And we saw the documentaries and the diagnoses that a lot of people have reported on, including myself, but she sounds like she is getting it together. She sounds very strong and extremely coherent. But again, that's just my opinion. Let's continue.
I feel like, I'm being controlled, by the system I'm in. I feel isolated. I don't have anybody to talk to here. I eat food right here on the couch. I watch TV. I've got radio. And
Hey there, TWP Popcorn. What's popping with you? Good to see you.
I look at the window.
when you talk to Sabrina Morrissey about getting out. What does she say?
Sabrina Morrissey says anything to keep me here because Sabrina's making money from me.
Do you think Sabrina's...
So you can hear her say that this guardianship person that's over her is making money off of her. So because of the diagnoses, which may not even be accurate now, it is causing a lot of stir.
is going to retaliate against you for having these conversations with us?
Look, I have no idea. Maybe she'll take away my phone. Maybe they'll move me to a...
So she just said that the woman would take away her phone. So I would be really concerned for my safety and well-being. And this should be a lesson to a lot of people who have family members that are going through certain things, and they place them under the care of certain individuals. These are the horror stories that can happen. Wendy Williams is very popular, so we're hearing this, but I'm sure there are others that may be going through this, or perhaps even worse, and we don't know about it.
New, more, decrepit location in New York. I have no idea. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm hung out to dry so that she can keep all of my money. This is why I need help. I can't do this by myself, Jake.
So she's basically saying, crying out, in my opinion, for help in this situation, because she feels as though there's nothing that she can do. She feels trapped. She feels isolated.
It just can't be the family that fights for me. It has to be other people involved in the fight of my goddamn life.
Now, I will say Jason is correct in what he...
So, as you can hear, she sounds to me extremely strong and very aware of everything that's going on around her. And she's seeking help in this situation. So let's see if we can grab. And she's been speaking. She's been speaking. So it's not over for Wendy Williams. I know a lot of people have probably counted her out, but that's the dangers. And the comments are very telling. More media to cover this. Wendy has been speaking out on this for years. So again, you have to really, really be careful with whom you entrust your safety and well-being when things happen in life. And let me recognize TWP Popcorn. There you go. Bless you too. So, from what you all heard, and those that may come in on the replay, hi there. Do you think Wendy sounds strong and coherent and aware of number one, what year it is, who she is, and what she's going through? Was that diagnosis correct? Is there a plot against her to steal her money, her livelihood from her? Your thoughts? Oh, thank you, sorry. Blessings to you too. And thank you. So we're going to look at a couple more comments. Thank you. And I'm going to close this out. You're so sweet. Sorry. So, as you can see, well, in a moment, the comments. And it's really sad when you look at it. This is seriously disturbing. If this can happen to a millionaire, just imagine all other regular people who can't get help in these situations. I just basically said the same thing. And we don't know how many people are in these situations. Mina says, she said she didn't know if she was going to, she didn't know if she was gonna allowed by her court-ordered kidnapper, my words, not hers, okay, that's why it sounded a little bit odd, to visit her dad on his birthday. How was that doing fine? It's wild. And someone says, Wells Fargo is behind this. Now, again, that's not me. That's Signavera 8400. Nothing wrong with a person wanting their freedom. Amen to that. Please rally up Wendy's wealthy friends to hire and pay directly an attorney to represent Wendy's niece or son. Free Wendy. Another one, free Wendy. I wonder if there's going to be a hashtag. Well, I just see it. Free Wendy Williams. Free Wendy. Her family can petition the court that appointed her conservatorship. They will set a new court date. At that point, they can request the judge to appoint a physician to have her re-evaluated for competency. I believe her loved ones knows this. So there is much more to the story. I absolutely agree. And unfortunately, if I haven't said it before, I've said it a million times. It's an unfortunate thing, but sometimes the people closest to us are the ones that cause us the most harm. In the name of love. So, thank you all for tuning in, all of the members, and those who just drop by to give a like. I appreciate you all. And keep in mind, always have things documented and put in a place with someone you can trust, so when things like this come about, someone will know what your ideas and thoughts are and what your wishes truly are in the event something happens to you. I'm sorry. So sweet. So, everyone, enjoy the remainder of your evening. Perhaps this morning, depending on where you, there you go, are on the globe. Till next time, bye-bye for now.